I was 18 when my father told me to leave home forever. Not because I committed a crime, not because I failed him, but because I got pregnant by a boy he called useless. That night felt colder than winter itself. Rain poured outside while my suitcase sat near the gate. My mother cried behind the curtains, too afraid to speak. My father looked at me with disappointment and said, "If you walk out with that child, don't come back." I waited for the boy who promised he would stay with me forever. He never came. His phone stopped working. His friends ignored me. Within days, he disappeared from my life completely. And just like that, I learned something painful. Some people know how to make promises, but not how to keep them. I had nowhere to go. For months, I stayed wherever I could. Tiny rented rooms, distant relatives' houses, sometimes even waiting at bus stations until morning. I worked long hours at a cafe while carrying my child and hiding my tears inside bathroom stalls during breaks. People judged me constantly. Strangers stared. Women whispered. Some treated me like my future had already ended. But the day my son was born, my world changed. The nurse placed him in my arms, and suddenly all the fear inside me became quiet. His tiny fingers wrapped around mine like he trusted me completely. In that moment, I made myself one promise. No matter how hard life became, I would never let him feel unwanted. I named him Arav. Raising him alone was exhausting. I worked every shift I could find. Some nights I skipped meals so he could eat properly. Sometimes I cried after he fell asleep because I was terrified of failing him. When he was 6, he asked me softly, "Mom, where's my dad?" My heart shattered instantly. I wanted to tell him everything. I wanted him to know how badly we were abandoned, but instead I kissed his forehead and said, "Some people leave, Beta, but that doesn't mean you were not loved." He stayed quiet after that. As years passed, Argov became kind, calm, and thoughtful. He never complained about our small apartment or old clothes. If I came home tired, he made tea for me without asking. If I looked sad, he sat beside me silently until I smiled again. And honestly, those little moments kept me alive. Still, there were painful days. School events where other children came with both parents. Festivals where happy families stood together. Moments when I caught him quietly watching fathers teaching their sons simple things. Those moments hurt more than words ever could. Years passed quickly. The scared teenage girl inside me slowly disappeared. Life made me stronger, but it also made me tired. Then came Arav's 18th birthday. I cooked his favorite meal even though money was tight. We laughed, cut a small cake, and for the first time in years, life felt peaceful. Then suddenly he looked at me seriously and said, "Mom, I want to meet Grandpa." The room became silent. I had not heard that word in 18 years. "There's no reason for that," I replied quietly. But Arav smiled gently and said, "There is for me." The next morning, we drove to my childhood home. The same gate, the same balcony, the same old walls. But the house no longer looked powerful. It looked lonely. As we parked outside, Arav turned toward me and said, "Stay in the car." I became nervous immediately. "Arav, please don't create trouble." "Trust me, Mom." I watched him walk toward the front door and knock. A few seconds later, my father opened it. Time suddenly felt strange. His hair was white now. His shoulders looked weak. The man who once terrified me suddenly looked old and tired. They stared at each other silently. Then Arav slowly opened his backpack. my heart started racing. For 1 second, fear filled my mind. 18 years of pain can grow heavy inside a person. But instead, he pulled out a small gift box. My father looked confused. Arav handed it to him and quietly said, "Happy birthday, Grandpa." My father slowly opened the box. Inside was a simple wristwatch, nothing expensive, nothing special. But engraved on the back were words that changed everything. To the family that deserved more time together. My father's hands began shaking. And then something I never expected happened. He cried. The same man who once threw me out of his life stood there crying at his own doorstep. Arav looked at him calmly and said, "My mother spent 18 years sacrificing everything to give me a good life." My father lowered his head silently. Then Arav said one sentence none of us would ever forget. The weakest person was not the one who left. It was the one who stopped loving his daughter when she needed him the most. Silence filled the air. Heavy, honest, painful. After a few moments, my father slowly walked toward my car. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and whispered, "I'm sorry." Just 2 words. 2 words I waited 18 years to hear. And somehow, they still healed a small part of my heart. That evening, for the first time in nearly 2 decades, we sat together at the same table again. The pain did not disappear, the past did not change, but for the first time in years, my heart finally felt lighter.